Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome to Music Talk. Today we are doing the album review for the Weeknd, Dawn FM. I was so excited to hear this album. I just finished listening to it literally just now as I'm recording this video, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all 16 tracks, so let's go. The first track, Dawn FM, we open up like a normal radio station would with the voice of Jim Carrey. I like the concept. You know, Abel had explained this before. He said that the album was almost like the listener is dead and you're stuck in a car that is stuck in traffic and you are listening to a radio station, which is Dawn FM, and Jim Carrey is basically the radio host that's guiding you through one side to the other side. And it's a very unique concept, and we open up the album with that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Opening up with track 2, Gasoline, keeping with the 80s vibes as usual, like the amazing album After Hours was. Moving on to track 3, How Do I Make You Love Me? Definitely a bop for sure, especially from the chorus. Track 4, Take My Breath, obviously we all heard this one before. This was the single released for the album last year. If you actually purchased the album, it includes the extended version, which is pretty cool, because when the song originally came out, there was a shorter radio version and then there was a extended version, and the extended version is in the actual album. And the way they did it, I like the way they did it. They transitioned from track 3 to track 4 with the same beat, and I kind of, as I was listening to it, I was like, this sounds really familiar, and then boom, Take My Breath starts. I was like, oh, okay, nice little. This album has a lot of good transitions from one track to another. Track 5, Sacrifice. That beat for that song is so Michael Jackson that it's amazing, for really, because the Weeknd actually worked with Quincy Jones on this record, which is really cool, and he worked at the same studio where they recorded Thriller. So you're gonna get some really cool Thriller Michael Jackson 80s vibes for a lot of these tracks, especially, and I love the chorus. It's a bop. This one is probably going to be the one everybody talks about. Track 6, A Tale by Quincy. This one gives me more of a skit or a interlude vibe. Quincy tells a little story about his life, and it's a nice little touch. It kind of reminds me of the track Giorgio something that was in the Daft Punk record, Random Access Memories. It gives me that kind of vibe. Track 7, Out of Time. Now, if you would have told me that Daft Punk worked on this song in particular, I would have thought you were crazy. And I would have believed you too, because the beat on this song really gives me Daft Punk vibes. Like I know that because it doesn't say featuring Daft Punk, but if it did, I would have believed you, because it does sound like a Daft Punk song. Jim Carrey reopens his host character at the end of that track, keeping up the illusion that you're still listening to a radio station, and it really does work very well for that. Track 8, Here We Go Again, featuring Tyler, the Creator. Now, I had just recently actually got into Tyler's music last year with his newer record, Call Me If You Get Lost, but also his previous record before that, Igor, which I really loved. So I was like, Tyler, the Creator would be a very good, feature on this record, especially with somebody like The Weeknd. So I was really intrigued to hear his track, and Tyler came in and was a perfect fit for the song. I got to give him credit. It was really good. Track 9, Best Friends. Great hard beat. I'm loving that he's sticking to the 80s sound. I mean, I know this is an instant sequel to After Hours technically, so the 80s sound would be fitting. Track number 10, Is There Someone Else? The same snippet that we heard in the actual trailer for the album. Another bop, as usual. Track 11, Starry Eyes. A great atmospherical track, followed by track number 12, Every Angel Is Terrifying. This one gives me, again, a more interlude vibe, followed by more radio ads to keep up the illusion that you're still listening to a radio station, which I think is really cool. I love that they keep reminding you in the album that you're actually listening to a radio station, Dawn FM. Track 13, Don't Break My Heart. I just don't know what else to say. It's just so good. I mean, I can't say anything different about each track. Each track is so good in its own way, but I'm gonna try. Track 14, I Heard You're Married, featuring Lil Wayne. This one is another MJ sounding track. Kind of gives me a vibe of the song A Lonely Night that was on Beauty Behind the Madness. Initially, when I heard that Lil Wayne was going to be featured, I was like, I didn't think he'd be a perfect fit for a Weeknd song, but he went off, and he actually did a really good job for his feature on this specific track. So kudos to him. It was a great song. Actually, I don't think I've listened to a Lil Wayne song since like Recovery. I ain't lying. Track 15, Less Than Zero. In this track, we definitely get a different sound from Abel. A lot of guitars, a lot of acoustics that I heard, and more on the upbeat side, I guess you could say. The chorus was fire. I love the chorus on that track. The chorus was amazing. And finally, track number 16, the final track of the album, Phantom Regret by Jim. Now this track is again more of a skit, interlude, if you will, to close the album off, and we listen to Weeknd vocals followed by Jim Carrey's voice once again doing the radio host character, basically guiding you through the light to keep the atmospherical thing about it alive, and it's really good. It's really good. I mean, Jim Carrey was the perfect fit for that character in the story. I can't wait to see what The Weeknd brings to the table through this era of music, through this entire time. I can't wait to see the music videos. I can't wait to see everything, because it's clear that The Weeknd is making some sort of cinematic short film, just like he did with After Hours, because we saw a lot of that in the trailer. So we're going to be seeing a lot more. This is not the end of the Dawn, or Dawn FM as it's now called. This is not the end. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this era throughout the year, so we'll be expecting that. I give this album a 10 out of 10. Was it as good as After Hours? No, but then again, it was my first listen. I got to give this a couple more listens to give you my full opinion. But yeah, 10 out of 10. Great record. Loved it. I'm so amazed of how far he's come in his career to go from Trilogy all the way to here. So I can't wait to see what he does next. Like I said, I've been a fan since 2016, so I plan to stick around for a little while. So yeah, 10 out of 10. A great album. Well, there you go, guys. If you enjoyed this album review, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys next time on ATV. Peace.